everyone, and welcome back to our community. If you're new, I'm Jen. I focus on all things health, wellness, self-care, productivity, and all things living in New York City. And today, I'm going to share with you the 5 best things to do in the winter in New York City in your 20s when it's just too cold to do anything outside. So number 1 is in Chelsea, and it is called Artechouse. So a ticket is $25, or if you don't want to choose a specific time slot and you just want to choose a day and go in whenever you want, that is $30. So they're calling it the most technologically advanced art in the world. So it is located under Chelsea Market in an over 100-year-old boiler room. They took it over and created the most unique, honestly, meditative art experiences ever. When I first went with Ethan, I was expecting, I don't know, like just a cool, exciting thing, but I was not expecting to feel super meditative and relaxed by the experience. So for about 45 minutes to an hour, you are just overcome and completely consumed by this incredible art that's surrounding you on all 4 walls. So you kind of just end up like taking a seat against the wall and you're watching all of this art unfold in like pixels. It's crazy, and every month or so they change the theme, they change the artist. So as you can see, it is such a unique, awesome experience for $25, and you can make a whole activity out of it because it is right under Chelsea Market. So then you can go into Chelsea Market, which is an entirely indoors market. You can literally get like groceries there, you can get candles there, you can get this amazing falafel from a place called Miznan. There's tons of food in there, and you can just spend hours in there truly. So it's truly a whole day activity. And across the street is actually the Starbucks roastery, the Reserve. So that's where they make the beans. You can watch them make the coffee, and they have specialty drinks there. So that's a whole experience in itself as well. So next up, you knew I had to say it, but ice skating. I know this is outdoors, but it's truly a winter activity that you cannot miss in Bryant Park and also Union Square. Union Square has amazing Christmas markets, but at Bryant Park, there is a whole ice skating rink where you can ice skate, and it's not as crowded and crazy as the Rockefeller Center tree. Like, sure, that's kind of a touristy thing. Go see the tree. Sure, I don't really care anymore. It's too crowded and touristy over there for me. But for a pleasant ice skating experience and like nice walk around Christmas holiday time activity, Bryant Park for sure. It's entirely free at Bryant Park to go skating, or you can do the $15 for skate rentals. So I paid $15 for my skates, and Ethan brought his skates because he plays hockey. So we just paid $15 all together. And you choose a time slot online, so definitely book in advance. Don't just show up. They're trying to control the crowd, so it's great because you're not gonna be on the ice with too many people. It's perfect. And then before and after, you can go in the Christmas market surrounding it, get some hot chocolate. Same thing as the Chelsea Market, but it's outdoors, where you can just get like different souvenirs or bracelets or jewelry or drinks or food, like amazing food. They have these mini donuts. So it's just a really pleasant, not too crowded experience. And it's really something you can't miss. I feel like every winter I love doing it, and I'm not a tourist at all. So highly recommend. Next up is always so fun, especially in your 20s in New York City, a comedy show. So if you are a tourist or just new to the city, I recommend going to Caroline's just for the whole Times Square experience. It's right in Times Square. You could take photos outside, you can like see all the lights and everything, and then you go to Caroline's. They have like some of the top comedians go there, but it's usually just one comedian with a few opening acts, maybe one opening act. So you'll just buy a ticket to see a specific person. My personal favorite is Comedy Cellar. So this is in Soho, and you buy a ticket. You usually have no idea who's showing up, and it's always amazing people. Like, you can't have your phone out, so you give your phone away in the beginning, and usually like Pete Davidson has showed up. When I went, Nikki Glazer showed up, which was so exciting. Like, amazing comedians show up, and multiple, so you're guaranteed to laugh. It's amazing. Book that in advance, because if you try to book that like 2 hours before, they're gonna be sold out, but a few days before, you should be totally fine. They have like an 8:30 show, a 10:30 show. I believe it's like $20-something, and it's just such a fun experience. Highly recommend going to 12 Chairs. 12 Chairs is a fun, affordable for the city Mediterranean restaurant around the corner. It's honestly like packed with 20-year-olds getting wine and hummus, and it's just like a fun atmosphere, and it's right next door, so highly recommend. Next up is definitely like the splurge, more expensive item on the menu today. That was so cheesy, I apologize. But it's going to a Rangers game. So they're always always playing during the winter time. I just went last week. It was so fun. I love going to the Ranger game. You can definitely get tickets on StubHub you can get decent tickets for like $70. StubHub is people reselling their tickets that they bought directly from, so they might charge more for like a huge game if they're playing the Islanders or someone, you know, a team that like more New Yorkers are gonna wanna go see. They might charge more, but you can also buy in advance through Ticketmaster. So it's definitely a more expensive item, but it's so fun. Like the energy in there when they score a goal, oh my God, it is so exciting. My family has grown up going to Ranger games, and it's just like in the winter time on the ice. It's amazing. It's indoors, but it's of course in an ice rink, so you dress comfortably, but you're definitely not freezing by any means. It is so fun. Pro tip, go to, it's called the Pensy Food Hall, right under MSG. Honestly, like, I don't know how I missed it for so many years, but I had no idea. It's an entire food hall with drinks and food. It's indoors, so I would go there, get your drinks, get your food, because honestly, at MSG, the food's not that good, and you pay like $17 for a beer. Don't get me wrong, I do it almost every time, but like, we're pissed every time because it's so expensive. So definitely get your food at the food hall beforehand, make it fun. If you're doing a date night, definitely go there before. It's just like a really fun, nice experience. It's also near Bryant Park, so if you want to make a whole day and night out of it, you can do the Bryant Park into the Ranger game. It is so fun. It's a blast. And lastly is for my foodies. I actually went here before the Ranger game because it is only like 2 blocks away, coincidentally, but it is the best ramen in New York City. I'm a huge foodie. I don't just say that. I will eat literally anything. Ethan has had that effect on me, and we found the best ramen place ever. I'm probably going to make a video, or I want to make a video, comment if you're interested, on the best ramen in New York City and just feature this amazing restaurant and work with them. So I'm gonna get on that and work on that. But it comes from Japan, so it is Japanese ramen, and they started it in Japan. It is one of the leading ramens in Japan, and they brought it to New York. Lucky us. And it is such a cool experience. Expect to wait on a line. I would honestly go early or like a random time if you hate lines, especially when it's cold out, but it's so worth it. And honestly, getting cold and hungry on the line outside, it's part of the experience. And then you finally get in, it's really quick. I've waited for like 30 minutes before, but it's worth it. I don't even care. So you get in and you're in like your own individual booth. So they'll sit you next to people you're with. But if you're someone who likes to or wants to go eat somewhere alone, this is a great option because you're in your booths. It's supposed to be like a meditative experience. So you like really focus on your food. Obviously we chat the whole time. It's not like too quiet where you feel uncomfortable talking or anything, but that's the intention behind it. You ding the dinger when you want a refill of noodles, and you can choose anywhere from super soft to super firm to in the middle. So Ethan and I always get our original ramen with like firm, and then we get our refill soft. We just have fun with it because the noodles are so good. Oh my God, it is like, once you get in there, it's so quick. It's like a quick booth situation. But from the homemade pork bone broth to the best noodles I've ever had, it is just absolutely delicious, and it is the best thing ever in the wintertime. So now that I've spoken about that, I'm gonna go get some ramen, and I will see you guys next time. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of these videos about New York City and things to do, and definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you for our recent 5,000 subscribers. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.